Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you are in the world, may it be good. And here I am again. This is Skywalker Payne for my weekly video gathering here to talk about feeling different. Did you grow up feeling that you were different from everybody? That you were an outsider or the weird one or always the new kid on the block because you were in a military family or your dad or mother did some other kind of work that made you move a lot? Or were you different because you were the only black person in the school you went to? Because either you were being there to integrate the school or your parents wanted you to go to a school that wasn't in your neighborhood or was on a boarding school or special school because they wanted you to get the best education possible. Or you may feel differently because you're differently abled. That is, you may not see or hear or walk the way everyone else does. Or you may be different because you speak another language and were around people speaking English and you didn't speak English for a long time. All of these are reasons that we feel different. Or we feel differently around different people. And we have to look at that and think about it and say, am I really different? Or is what is different about me really good? Or does it really make any difference that you're different? Because at the heart of the matter, we're all human beings. And as many great religious teachers teach, we all want the same things. We want to be happy. We want to have families that are happy. We want to know fulfillment. And some of us want to serve people and help people and do good for people. But feeling different, that's today's subject. And there's no one here today. I started at noon and no one's here. It's Wednesday and it's the middle of the week and most of us are still hunkered down. And I just wanted to talk a few minutes about feeling differently, thinking differently, get some of your opinions of, have you ever felt different? What do you think about being different? What does being different mean to you? How have you handled situations in which you have been different or felt differently from those around you? Do you think being different is good or bad, or is it neutral? Or is there really difference or just variety in the human experience? There's somebody watching. Thank you, whoever you are. I'm talking about being different, feeling different, acting differently, being told you're different. That was me. Maybe because I was conceived in Reno and born in Las Vegas, Nevada. And maybe because I'm the only child with 7 brothers and sisters. Or maybe because I spent my first 2 years of high school living in a convent. Or maybe because I was writing songs when I was 16 and playing the guitar. Hi, Bonita. Hi, happy to have you here. How are you doing? I'm talking about feeling and being different. And I know you have some stories or experiences to share on that feeling. And it came to me because yesterday I was talking with someone, a coach from Thinkific, and her name was Cassie Hicks, and I'm giving her a shout out because she was a coach and she does social media marketing, and Thinkific is paying her for 4 hours of free coaching she gave me. And we were talking, and I mentioned that I feel differently. And she said, well, that's great. How many of us feel different? How many of us have known that experience of feeling different? And how do you handle it? Do you take pride in being different? Or does it make you feel less or lower your self-esteem? Do you feel confident because you're different? Or does it make you feel less confident? Has it helped you in your life knowing that you're different? Have you tried to fit in? Or have you played up how different you are? Wow, that's a lot of questions about being different. Have you ever thought about these questions? Tell me, Bonita, have you ever thought about them? Or those who are watching, have you ever thought about what it means to be different? And Bonita says she feels it's a state of mind, and it is. Because everything is a state of mind or a story, as I like to say. Because if you look at your state of mind, behind that state of mind is a story. Because you can be in a situation, two people can be in the same situation and handle it differently. My mother used to talk about two young men she knew, young black men, and how one went on and became a successful businessman, and another one wasn't so successful. But they were both brothers. But there's more to the story than that. We have so many influences in our lives. Even if you're twins or brothers and sisters, so many different influences, from genetics to preferences to interests to natural tendencies to ability to push for more, to those who like to just lay back. As they used to say, lay in the cut and be cool and not do anything. But sometimes people who do that end up later on complaining and not being satisfied because they didn't take advantage of looking at how they were different and what it meant and how they could make use of it to make their lives more fulfilling and beneficial to others. So, are there any questions or comments anyone else would like to share about feeling and being different at this time? And I'm going to give you some time if you might have some questions. And I see I've got just Bonita here, and I'm thanking you for staying, Bonita. And I'm aiming on trying to do more videos, but I'm not making any big announcements. But I am going to be relaunching my summit we did last year, and the name of the summit now is Balance Your Life. Women of color experts share their expertise. And for now, it's been wonderful talking to you, whoever you are, wherever you are, whenever you see me, and thank you for Bonita staying and sharing your comments, and whoever else has come by. Yes, awareness of self is important. Because, right, it's true, because you don't know unless you are self-aware whether you think difference and being different is good or bad. And that's why there's so many of us now online, women of color, offering services to help people who are not quite sure whether you like being different or if you're different, because you haven't had any guidance on what it means to really be self-aware, to be self-confident, to know that you are indeed a ray of light, a child of the cosmic force, and if you believe in any divinity, you are a child of that divinity. And as the scriptures have said, and as many people have said, you too have that divine nature within you. And when we all recognize that divine nature, that nature for good and kindness and compassion, it won't make any difference what we look like, how we walk, how we talk, because we'll all be different and we'll all be differently happy and giving and loving divinities. Have a wonderful rest of the week. And remember to breathe deeply, smile, and be grateful.